Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about my title is Lost in Translation, my journey of adapting to America. So I'm sure a lot of you as well, at some point in your life, had to move to a different country, either for professional reasons or personal reasons. So there is always a time where you need to adapt. So the story of today will talk about some of the culture shocks that I had to experience here in America. So my story goes back to 2015, where I first moved to the US from Morocco. And basically, I like that song with Frank Sinatra where he says, the New York, New York song. If you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So I was like, challenge accepted. I'll do it. Oh boy, I was not ready for that. Definitely not. So the first thing on my arrival, I had to go shopping. So I was like, yeah, I got that. I always do that back in my home country. So I go to supermarkets in Brooklyn, and everything was big. Everything was huge. I was like, what the hell? Just the cereal aisle was bigger than a normal grocery store back in my country. That's just the cereal. Don't get me started on the peanut butter. Oh my God. There was so many varieties like creamy, crunchy, organic, and sweetened, and like 50 more varieties. So I was like sitting there looking at it, trying to see nutrition facts and all that stuff. So I ended up taking 3 jars after 20 minutes, you know, going back home. So many culture shocks, so many differences. For example, the measurements. Oh my God, so complicated. I don't understand. Feet, yards, ounce, Fahrenheit, so many different measurements. I don't know what's next. Maybe they're gonna measure the distance between a cheeseburger. So if somebody asks you, how tall are you? You're gonna be like, I'm 45 cheeseburgers and a half. Is it with cheese or without? Because it's a big difference. One day, one friend, I wanted to ask a friend, and I'd be like, how far is the place where we're going? And he's like, it's 5 miles away. So then I was doing the mental calculation, 5 miles to kilometers. And then I just nodded, just telling that I understood, but I didn't. Um, yeah, a lot of different differences. And then you get on when you want to make some recipes on YouTube or something, and then it tells you, take a cup of butter. Which kind of cup? Is it a big one? Is it a small one? You know, yeah. And then the driving culture. Stop signs back in Morocco is more of a suggestion. It's more optional. So like you would go to a stop sign, and then if it's clear, you don't need to stop. You just keep going. Here in America, I was looking at the stop sign and how people were driving. Like everybody had to do a hard stop. So I was like, is this traffic utopia or something? I was sitting there every time somebody would do it. I just wanted to applaud him. But then I went back to my country for vacation, and when I go back, I still had that American driving style. So like I would come to a stop sign, I would stop, and people were honk behind me, and they were looking at me weird. And my friend used to tell me, "You're just too American for Moroccan roads." Yeah. So, as a conclusion, what I want to say is whenever you travel, whenever you live abroad, it's good to embrace those differences. It's good to laugh about it whenever you see them. Try to explore different cultures, get used to how people live, because that's how you can expand your horizon. You cannot expect the comfort of your home to follow you everywhere. That's not traveling, and that's what makes you a bigger person with more experience and more knowledge. So yeah, that's my message for the SharkFest attendees. Embrace differences and laugh about it, and one day you can tell the story. That's all. Thank you.